Let's head over to Barbagallo Raceway, where it's been wet and soggy for the V8s during today's practice sessions for this weekend's Perth Challenge.
And Ben Beasley joins us now along with Todd Kelly, one of the quickest men on track today, Ben.
That's right, I've actually got the quickest guy with me on track here today, Todd Kelly. Seriously wet Barbagallo Raceway, Todd. We usually come to the Golden West, beautiful sunny shining skies, wet weather, but probably something you're not too disappointed about.
No, the cars are always really good in the wet. Both Jack Daniels cars are renowned for putting on a show whenever the track gets wet. Realistically, we're probably, based off all the races we've done so far this year, probably only between 7th and 10th at most places on pace. So as soon as it's rained, the KR cars, even Murph, with the Pepsi car, have all kind of bounced right up the front. So if it's wet in qualifying tomorrow, hopefully we'll get all 4 cars in the top 10 and hopefully a couple on the front row.
Nice to have some friendly fire around you in a V8 supercar race.
Yeah, and it's good. Rick and myself always work together pretty good, and Murph as well. And Carl in that last session, Carl Reindler in the Fair Dinkum Sheds car kind of popped right up to where we were. So we all have a very similar car. We drive pretty similar. So I'd much rather have any of those guys around me in a race than some of the other drivers out on the track, that's for sure.
Now, we're here in Perth, but it might as well be a brand new, the circuit's the same, but the facilities, brand new facilities. We're actually standing on the infield, brand new pit facilities, and on a day like today, lovely new dry facilities make it even better.
Yeah, most of the guys, the drivers and the team crews, when we arrived at the circuit, we were all just blown away for the amount of work and the job that everybody's actually done here. It's like a whole new venue. The facilities are fantastic, and it's great for the fans now. The accessibility to all the cars in a normal pit lane, and a good pit lane for pit stops and good racing. An interesting pit entry and pit exit, which should cause a little bit of good TV probably through the races. It's going to be quite hard to get into the pits and also merge back out, but no, it should make for a great weekend.
Up here, are you going to tell me it's all about the skill of the driver when it becomes in the wet? Is that what it is?
We're not entirely sure why our cars are so good in the wet. We've actually done a lot of stuff to our cars engineering-wise since the last time we were on a wet track. A lot of things to try and make the cars better in the dry. So I was a little bit concerned that we wouldn't pop up to where we normally do when it rains, but the cars have popped back up to the front, and all we need to do is try and convert that speed into the dry, or hope that the track doesn't dry out for the weekend.
Now, there's one race tomorrow and a qualifying session, then 2 races on Sunday, 2 qualifying sessions. There's still a lot to go on, especially if the conditions dry up. You've got to change the cars again.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got potentially a wet weather qualifying session. Then on Sunday, if it's dry, we've got a hard tyre qualifying session and then a soft tyre qualifying session. So, the teams that really have a handle on the whole package will certainly shine. Our cars have been going better on soft tyres, not so much on the hard tyres, so it'll certainly mix the field up, and when you do that, it always creates fantastic racing. So all we need to do is, where myself and Rick are in the championship, is try and come out, have a clean weekend and get as many points as we can.
Do you chase a win? Because there are guys like, obviously, the 4 Performance Racing cars have been very strong, 888 generally are up there all the time. Do you maybe say, well, let's just put all our eggs in one basket and really try to go for a win though?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. We really need to consolidate our championships, myself and Rick, but in saying that, it's not every day you get yourself in a position where you can win a race. So if we're up there somewhere, the red mist will certainly come across, and Rick and I will be going hammer and tong to try and get the cars on the podium.
Well, there he is. That's Todd Kelly here from Jack Daniels Racing. Fastest today in a very, very wet practice at Barbagallo Raceway in Perth. Tomorrow is a qualifying session. Todd wants it to be wet, and he wants that race to be wet as well. And 2 more races, 2 more qualifying sessions on Sunday.
Hopefully for organisers, dry conditions on race day. Thank you very much, Ben. And